Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the Strug City Productions Summer 16 Comedy Showcase. Is everyone excited to hear these comics tonight? Yeah. I'm so excited. I got my best clothes on. Okay, these are my cleanest clothes because everything is dirty and no washing machines in New York City. So coming to the stage, our first comic is Justin Brown. You've seen him on Comedy Central, MTV, True TV, and VH1, and he's one half of the Medium Popcorn Podcast. Come to the stage, Justin Brown.
I like the play.
How y'all doing? You doing all right? I want to get this out of the way because I know you guys are all thinking it. Yes, I look like every bald-headed black man that's ever been on television, y'all. All right? Let's get that out of the way. What you're looking at is Negro Prime, guys. So when God said, let there be black, I came out, all right? Right out the box. You know, average height, average weight, throwing the color skin 8, so put on some lips and a goatee, it's me. Turn it 7'2", add on maybe 200 pounds, Shaq. That easy, guys. It's that easy. But it happens all the time. I get mistaken for random people. Like, I was headed down to Nashville for work, and I'm standing at the airport with my headphones on, not listening to music, just having my headphones on because I'm antisocial and I don't want to talk to nobody. This guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I heard these two women behind me, and the girl says to her friend, she says, "Oh, my God. Darius Rucker is right in front of us." And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish? How dare you, ma'am? How dare you? So, of course, I got upset. And I said, I'm taking off my headphones. I'm going to tell these women what it's all about. And I turned around. Guys, these two women were delectable. They were delectable. So I did what any man would do. I said, I only want to be with you. Darius Rucker's got some kids in Nashville, y'all. You got to watch out for that shit. Not really. Come on now. Oh, no, man. But it's, I'm from Long Island. Now, I know once I said I'm from Long Island, all my street cred went completely down. But I feel like people from Long Island, especially black people from Long Island, we just get a bad rap because it's like you're not, like, really, really black. But I like to say this, like, people from Long Island, we're like the unsung heroes of the black community. Because when it really comes down to it, when people say racist stuff, we're the ones who deal with it first. When that white kid said, called me a nigga that first time, I'm the one who stopped it. It's not Deshaun, it's Kyle, right? It wasn't Rashonda, whatever his name is. It was David, right? It wasn't Shaniqua. I mean, it probably was Shaniqua. Shaniqua probably hit that girl. But, let's get that out of the way. But, like, when I was a kid, I was the only black kid in my school. Yeah, unless you were related to me, I was the only black kid in the school. That's some real shit right there. The only black kid in school. You know what my nickname was? Black Justin. Yo, not only was I the only black kid, I was the only Justin in the school. What are you guys doing to me? Stop it. That's racist. Yeah. See, I'm that one dude who all the white friends say I have that one black friend. I'm that one black friend. I get calls in the middle of the night, like 4 o'clock. I'm like, hey, Justin, hey, man, I'm going to need you to vouch for me here. God damn it, Tom. What the hell did you do now? You burnt the cross on somebody? God damn it. And I'm like a priest, and I give them, they have to do penance and things like that. It's like, hey, listen to 2 DMX albums and, watch Roots. You'll be all right. Yeah, man, it's a crazy world out here. It's a real crazy world. It's crazy to me. It's like everything, it like gives you cancer these days, right? Like cancer is just like running rapid. I'm like, you can't do anything without getting cancer. If you, let's say, you go out, you sit down in the sun too long, it gives you cancer, right? You talk on the phone too long, it gives you cancer. There could be a school of ducks walking across the street. What does it do? AIDS, guys, AIDS. No, that gives you AIDS. That's why Daffy Duck was so black and skinny. Yeah. You're despicable. You're contagious, Daffy. You're contagious. Oh, you don't like Daffy Duck having AIDS? That's what turns you off? Like, oh, no, not Daffy. Not Daffy. Looney Tune characters. Yeah, we got to hold them up high. Oh, man. Yeah, but, I'm single now. I'm a single man. Ladies. And I'm out here, getting my date on, but I want to do it like the old school way. I don't want to, do Tinder and all that kind of stuff. I want to actually approach a woman on the street, but it's hard to approach women on the street because catcalling has made it nearly completely impossible. Because I walk up to a woman, I say, hey, how you doing? My name is Justin. Maybe I can get your number sometimes. She doesn't hear that. She doesn't hear that smooth shit that I just put down. Yeah, you were ready to give me your number. You weren't ready to give me your number. You're just like, oh shit, excuse me. But she didn't hear that. All she heard was, hi, my name is Justin. Give me your butt. I'd like to nuzzle on your butt. What does your butt taste like? That's all she heard. That's all she heard. And God forbid I give this woman a compliment. How dare she? How dare I? See, there's only one way to actually give a woman a compliment, especially if you're on the street. I'm going to show you guys right now. Brother, take heed. So you walk up to her. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, my God, bitch, yes! Oh, my God, bitch, yes! Look at you. Grab a butt, grab the titties. Oh, my God, yes, bitch. Work that shit. Work. And then once you break down the walls and she's on your side, then you hit her with, give me your butt. What does your butt taste like? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So I don't got that much time left. So I want to leave you guys with a nice little story. This is probably one of the illest things I've ever done. So I was coming out of the 40/40 Club. This was years ago, obviously. This was back in the day when 40/40 Club was a good place to go, right? So I'm coming out of the 40/40 Club, and I have two friends with mine, two female friends, and we're walking out of the club, and there's these two, like, huge dudes. I'm talking about, like, monsters. They're, like, 6'5", 270, just muscle upon muscle upon muscle. And I'm walking out, and the dude goes, yo, my man, these with you? These with you? Oh, you gotta give me one of these. I'm like, nah, man, we good. So we start walking, and he grabs my friend's arm. He grabs her arm, says, like, I'll fight you for this one. I'll fight you for this one. Now, guys, I'm at a turning point. It's like these guys, I can maybe take one of them, but two, this is gonna give a problem. So I said the slickest thing I could think of at the time. And this is exactly what I did. I didn't even turn around. It sounded like this. And you'd lose. Yo, these dudes stopped in their tracks, and they looked at me, and they looked at each other, he looked at me again and said, nah, and they walked off. Yo, I incepted their mind. Like, they don't want to fight no more, right? So now I'm feeling great. My friends did this like, damn, Justin, that was crazy. I was like, hey, man, this is just how I do. We walking down the street, and these two girls were standing right outside the club as well, and it's like, yo, I saw what you did back there. Like, that was really brave. I'm like, thank you very much. It's just what I do. It's like, I got to say, I loved your band when I was growing up. I said, you got to be kidding, but, they look real good in them dresses. So I said, I only want to be with you. Darius Rookie got some kids out here in New York as well, y'all. All right, guys, I'm Justin Brown. That's my time.
Give it up, give it up, give it up for Justin Brown. Good job, Justin. It's ironic. I was that one black friend amongst my black friends, Like, he's really black. He is black. I'm like, yeah. Give it up for Jazzmyn!
Thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Thank you guys so much. It's really an honor. So a little bit about me. I am half Brazilian and half WASP. So don't worry, half of me is wearing a thong. I will let you guess which half. So that mix makes me a combination of being overly affectionate, yet overly detached. Like, you want my help, you've got it. You don't, I really don't care. And growing up in a bicultural situation with melting pot backgrounds, I couldn't figure out which drops of blood I could connect to and identify with, until finally one day I realized I thought and behaved more like my mom's side of the family. And then I realized that I could culturally connect to that part of my heritage, and I could say, I am a Brazilian American. However, we live in a rubber stamp society that decides who you are. And they've decided that I am a disabled American, which that's so not sexy, first of all. And I don't know if they realize that there is no such place as Disabilityville. saying? I mean, it's like saying Cancer American. So I identify with what I am, not what I have. And my philosophy is tough, just deal with it. But I guess that's what makes me a bitch American. So for Latins, family is super important. Like, we really look forward to getting together with family. And in the WASP side, you look forward to the day after the family get together. So recently we returned from my mother's 90th birthday party in Florida. And we stayed at my aunt's. It's one of those luxury senior communities. And so I was swimming in the saltwater pool with this guy I'm dating, and we were kissing. And this elderly lady asks my son, "Is that her brother or her health aide?" Because, of course, that's a logical conclusion that all of us would make. And so his wife pipes up and says, "No, that's her boyfriend." So now this morbidly fascinated woman swims wherever we go, like she's from TMZ. "Excuse me, sir. Exactly how long ago did she have the accident?" "Young man, you are wonderful for staying with her despite the accident and dealing with that. I guess you can't help who you love." Here's the truth. Dating someone in a wheelchair does not automatically make the other person a great catch. If it did, believe me, women would be at the medical supply store fighting over wheelchairs to find a healthy relationship. Walking people, I just don't understand walking. I mean, no offense, but my son say, "You say that like it's a slur against people who walk." And it's like, well, yeah, it kind of is. But I feel like because I was one once, I could kind of say it. I don't know. The thing is, every group is subject to negative stereotypes, including my people, the wheelchair Americans. And I mean, some of those stereotypes or negative stereotypes are, we are incompetent yet wise. We are asexual. And we are an inspiring hero figure. Basically, we are the Asian male of the physically challenged world. And people are fascinated by you when you're disabled. Like, they will go up to you and ask the most invasive questions about you. It's almost like being a celebrity, but without the cameras in your face and the money and the success. But, when they come up to you, they will talk to the person next to you. And I can't make sense of that one because I don't know, do they think this is my rep? Do they think this is my translator? I mean, hello, people, the wheelchair is not on my head. So when I was young and they'd see me in the wheelchair, they would go up to my mother and they'd say to her, "She's so young. What's wrong with her? What happened?" Now, if you want a quick answer, do not ask a Brazilian because it's not going to happen. They love to tell long stories in graphic detail. So there she's going on about how the disease attacked me when I was 7 and I lost my ability to become a dancer and the pain and the tears and blah, 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 blah. So their day's destroyed now, thanks to Sarah McLachlan next to me. And it was hysterically funny because every single time throughout all the years, these strangers would have the same response. They would go, "Oh no, but she's pretty." Wait, what? So just to clarify, this would be okay to happen to me if I was butt ugly? And I guess that's some of the stuff that makes me feel like a bitch American. Thank you guys, that's my time.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it up for Jazzmyn Banks. Coming to the stage is chanting Tyner. Right? Yeah. Tyner? I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. You can catch her each week at Stand Up New York in Manhattan and other clubs in the city. Channing, come on up.
Tyner. It's the most retarded way I've ever heard my last name so far. What's up? Hey, guys. There's more black people than I thought would be here tonight, which is good, right? There's one more Asian person I thought would be here tonight, which is a total of 1. So yes, there you go. That's cool. I can't not talk about the election, you guys. I can't. I didn't want to, but I can't not because it's really happening. Like, these are the two. That's it. somebody in this room is better than the 2 that we have. Like somebody in this room that has 8 felonies, doesn't talk to their mom ever, and like 3 kids that they don't know where they are right now is still better than the 2 options that we have. That's fucking horrible, right? Isn't it horrible? No, that's scary, right? That's it. Like that's it. Like in the whole 330 million people in this country, and that's it. That's it. My cousin that's dead. That got shot on August 1st might be a better candidate if we dig him up, because he was buried in really nice shoes, and I have faith in him. I really do. I do. So that's on me that hurts. All right, that's cool. Now, you know what's holding this country back? I just thought of it today. It's really holding this country back the last 8 years. Not that Obama's a piece of shit. What's holding this country back is old black people, right? Because think about it. Old white people, they're really racist. Like, they've held us. They're holding us back, right? They're holding us back because, you know, they want me to, they're exactly. They don't want me having this microphone right now. Like, that's too much privilege. I don't know what the fuck. But old black people are the victims of really, really old white racist people, right? And you can't go anywhere with people that are real scared anymore. Like, right? Like, imagine taking like a road trip with a friend who's in a horrible car accident where the car flipped over 3 times and then she got almost burnt alive, right? You get in the car with her and you're like going to Vegas, right? They're going to be like it's going to be a hangover, like the real deal, right? You get in the car with her and the minute the car is in there, she's like, what was that? And she's like, bitch, I just started it up. That's all I did. That's what it's like going to this country for with like old black people. They're too scared. Like they, you know, I'm listening, y'all. That's cool. This is live. It doesn't matter, right? It's like, my grandma is one of those old black people that needs to die. She really is. I love her, but she is, because you can't tell her anything about Obama. It's like Obama is her dad, and you're trying to tell her like, hey, I'm not tell you this, but your dad last week he touched me, and she's like, nuh-uh, it was Bush, nuh-uh, it was Bush, it was Cheney. She's like, it was Hillary. I'm like, no, it was him. I have a picture. She's like, Bush, Cheney, Dick Cheney. That was the dick that touched you. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna back away from this political stuff. You guys aren't really, you're not feeling it. I think this is all like Bernie's ex-burnout, sad people right here. Like you still got the sticker in your bag. You're trying to you're gonna pass out flyers after the show. Like there's still a chance. Like this is, you know what I mean? We got a white guy with long hair. This is a Bernie crowd right here. I feel it right here. That's all right. That's cool. No, I'm from Virginia. Why are we surprised by that? Oh, which one? Black people or? Oh, your parents, so they're black, right? Yeah. What part of Virginia? Norfolk? Oh, I lived in Norfolk. Get out. I lived on Colonial and 24th. Oh, okay, yeah. See, we always want to, I know, then you back down because you don't know. But that's where I lived. I lived right by ODU for a long time. And Virginia is way different than New York, isn't it? Way fucking different. First of all, Virginia is gun crazy, right? And I was gun crazy by the time I left Virginia because I lived there for 8 years. Because in Virginia, I tell you something, I got along with old white men based on the fact that people love guns, but for different reasons, right? Like they like guns to protect themselves from guys that look like you, and I like guns to protect myself from guys that look like them. Like this is what's going on. I went to a shooting range for the first time in Virginia, in Norfolk. Yeah, my ex took me. He was Indian, tech support, not tomahawk kind, right? And he took me to this gun range. Gun range in Virginia is like the most racist. It's the only place where racism feels really free right now. Like it's just walking around with his balls out. Just shouting out the N-word, real comfortable, like in a dirty tank top with Cheetos on it. That's what racism is at home in Virginia, okay? You can't tell racism to put its own shirt on in Virginia. It's his house. You can't tell it. There's like carnival music playing right now that we can all hear. You can't hear that on the other side. Well, that's cool. It fits right now for this bit, I guess. Sure. That's what Virginia sounds like. It's exactly what it sounds like. There's a guy with no teeth trying to blink his cousin. You know what I mean? Third cousin, okay. He's a gentleman. All right. But no, it was crazy about guns, Virginia, because he took me to the shooting range, right? And I swear to God. So the posters on the wall, right? They don't make them just look like faces. They also make them look like they don't make them look like generic outlines, right? Like the black outline that you see on CSI. You know what I mean? Or Law and Order, where the cop is like, the molester got away, and he's like, bang, bang, he's shooting at the silhouette all day. They make them look like faces, and you guys, some of y'all, look smart. So tell me what color you think. You can only practice shooting black people and zombies in this country on the posters. And I think it's 2016. I should be able to practice shooting a guy that looks like Trump every once in a while if I want to, right? Come on, Bernie people. No? Nothing? This is going. Thank you. Thank you. My one friend, whose name I don't know. That's a cell phone. So I take martial arts in New York here. I take JKD. Anybody know what that is? That's what Bruce Willis used. And it's also what's his name? Jason Bourne? Matt Damon is his real name, right? Yeah, I just call him the name I want to fuck him by. Is what he uses in the Bourne movies, like for the knife fighting and everything like that. And so I take this class, signed up for this class, and I didn't know when I signed up for the class it was all teenage boys. And guess what does not go well in a class with all teenage boys? My beautiful body. Because I get in this class, my very first night, I put a 16-year-old Puerto Rican boy named Freddie's head between my legs for a scissor hold. And you know what happens when you put a 16-year-old boy's head between your legs for a scissor hold, ladies? He does not get out. He does not even try. We're down on the mat, and it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He's supposed to bend back my arm or something like that. I look down, and I have never seen a happier face in my life, you guys. I look down, not only is he not trying to get out, but he's starting to caress my thigh a little bit, right? Here's the thing, I'm not a good person, obviously, right? So all I could do was try and be discreet and grab his head, and I say, listen to me, look, right, I know what you were doing. Now, when do you turn 18? All right, guys, that's it. I'm out of here. You guys have a good night.
Channing Tyner. Thank you so much. Okay, coming to the stage next is Brandon Collins. You've seen him on MTV, VH1, and the Medium Popcorn Podcast. Brandon Collins, come on out.
Microphone on the floor. Hey, what's up, guys? I'd like to first start off by telling you guys I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to declare myself sober. It's been 24 hours. Feeling very good. The problem is, all right, I blame my drinking issues on like being raised in the suburbs. I was raised around white people. So I never learned how to moderate my drinking. I black out a lot. Worst thing about blacking out after a heavy night drinking is waking up with more money than you start the previous night out with. Because then you're like, what the fuck did I do for this extra $20? My mouth is sore. It's tough, man. It's tough because I'm trying to come to terms with alcoholism. Like, I'm thinking it might actually be a thing for me. But the thing is, with the black community, we don't talk about alcoholism. We don't even refer to it as that. We call it turning up. And no one wants to treat turning up. That sounds like too much fun. Until it turns really bad. It's like, oh yeah, Rodney down the corner? Yeah. He used to turn up all the time. He used to turn up so much he lost his kids. A lot of things going on, man. A lot of issues. I think it's in my family. Like, I think my grandfather suffers from alcoholism. Or he might just be going a little cuckoo. He's getting old, you know. I was down in Florida with him recently, and we were drinking whiskey and watching CNN, as black folks do. Obama came on TV to talk about his last few months of his, presidency. And immediately after Donald Trump came on and said he's the leader of ISIS. And my grandpa said, politics are fucked up. The black one crazy, the white one crazy. Put them in a bag and shake it. And I was like, what? Papa, it's 2016. What you say has to make sense, or I have to put you somewhere. That's how America works. I'm worried about you. But one night he got real with me. He got emotional. We were drunk as fuck, and he was like, Brandon, me and Nana, we were married over 40 years. She's my best friend. And one day, God just took her away. But that's life. And that's love. And I was just like, waiting room, top shot, Papa. Just to hear, watching Padme, and now I'm sad. But now sometimes I find myself looking at my girlfriend like, one day God's going to take you away. She's like, what you say, Brandon? I'm like, nothing. Take her now, God. Take her now. I should be happy that I have a girlfriend. I used to strike out so bad with the girls. Because I'm 5'6" now, which means I had to grow into this. So I used to be this little midget at these middle school dances trying to ask these tall warlocks to fucking dance with me to Savage Garden and Casey and JoJo and shit. And I'd be motivating myself like, Brandon, worst thing they could say to you is no. Worst thing they could say is no. Turns out worst thing they would say is, ew, get the fuck away from me, you black elf creature.
That hurts a lot more than no. Just. I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I grew up in the suburbs. And because of the way I carry myself, my interests, it was weird for me because I was too black, they hang out with the white kids. Too white, they hang out with the black kids. But I moved to New York, and I was fully embraced. And I was like, have I just been Spanish this whole time? I feel so at home. Everyone's so cool here. I was always in the weird shit. I was always in the fantasy shit. Like, I love Game of Thrones. Any Game of Thrones fans in here? Game of Thrones. A lot of black people clapping at that shit, and that's crazy because the media, 2 years ago, President Obama came out as an avid fan of Game of Thrones, and the media lost their fucking minds. It's like, why wouldn't black people like Game of Thrones? We have a hashtag on Twitter called Dem Thrones. Come on, dragons, titties, dwarfs, these are universal themes. But I used to have like 5 minutes of Game of Thrones, but then I did this urban show up in Yonkers, and afterwards this brother came up to me. He's like, yo, magic nigga, come here. That shit you were saying about Game of Thrones is funny, right? But up in the hood, we don't have HBO, so we don't know what you talk about. And I was like, brother, all it takes is one dude in the hood to have an HBO Go password, and the whole project wins. Magic and Sopranos for everybody. Let's do this shit. I love TV now. I love getting high watching TV. That's the best thing, man. I recently rediscovered this American treasure, Scooby-Doo. But Scooby-Doo's on some fucked up shit. So we all know Scooby-Doo, we know Scrappy-Doo, right? We all familiar with these two characters. Scooby talks like, hur. Scrappy's like, puppy power. What the fuck? They're from the same family. Like, why are they like this? And I've come to the conclusion, granted I was really fucking high when I came to this conclusion, Scooby is deaf. Don't believe me, they run around this damn mansion, Shaggy be like, all right, Scooby, gotta go to the left. Scooby like, oh! And if you go to the right, you fuck shit up. Because he couldn't hear it. The mystery machine needs Obamacare is what I'm trying to say. Funniest thing about that show is when the villains are all like, yo, weren't for these pesky kids, I would have gone away with it. It's like, no, if it weren't for common sense. You got busted by 4 hippies and a disabled dog. All they do is get high and go to a museum. It's your fault. You were running around in a fucking lobster costume and thought nobody was going to be like, I think there's some shady shit going over there. We should investigate. That's their problem, man. Their problem. A lot of weird shit. Like, I talked about my height, man. Like, I got these Air Maxes. They're like platform shoes for brothers. Like, gives me confidence, though, you know what I mean? Like, because I learned at an early age, height brings confidence. My grandfather, who I mentioned, 6'7", 280 pounds. He's a former football player. And we were, when I was 7 years old, he took me to a Detroit Tigers baseball game. And this midget in front of us was swearing. He did not like that at all. He did not like this midget swearing in front of his grandson. And he's told the guy, he's like, hey, little man, you need to calm down before something bad happens. Midget looks up at him like, what you gonna do, old man? My grandfather stood up and said, you better calm the fuck down before I bop you on the head and break your knees. And I was like, that's crazy confidence. My family's crazy. My family really is crazy, though, man. My mom, she always wanted me to do different things. She took me to Alaska one summer because she forgot we were black. Took me on a 7-day cruise. At one point, I'm 16 years old. I found myself in Anchorage, Alaska. At the most inopportune time, stereotypical shit happens. I get a hunger for some fried chicken. But I don't know where to go. I'm wandering around Anchorage by myself. Found myself in a hunting store. Dude, looking like Duck Dynasty, surrounded by guns and animal heads at the counter. I'm going up to him like, hey, sir, you know where I can find some fried chicken around here? This gentleman takes a hunting rifle under the counter, puts it on top of the counter and says, yeah, go back the way you came. I'm like, oh, shit. Alaska's really racist. Turns out I went back up the way I came. I passed the Popeyes. He wasn't racist. He was one-man GPS. You guys spent a lot of fun on Brandon Collins. Thanks so much.
All right, Brandon Collins. So coming to the stage, he's a member of Deceptions Travel the Country, co-founder of Grits Comedy, and one of OK Player's Faces of Black Twitter, Dillon Stevenson.
So what you want to do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But what? We don't love them hoes. Yeah. So we gon' smoke an ounce to this. G's up, hoes down. Why you look up for the...
Anybody want some? I got some. Tomato. All right, cool. We can do jokes now. What's up, guys? Yeah, that's the right response. I took snacks from upstairs because I don't have money. I'm broke. This morning I got woken up by the low balance alert on the Chase app on my phone, which is basically telling me that I was too poor to be asleep. That's not a fun way to start the day. That's the worst way to start the day. Get up, Negro. You don't have money. Like, that's not... I've been broke for a while now, and I don't like how my family is starting to treat me like it. I got the worst gift I've ever gotten this year for Christmas. My mom gave me a $20 gift card to Whole Foods. And that might not like seem like a bad gift, but you have to think about what it means. Somebody gives you a gift card to like a grocery store. They just want you to have a meal. Like, that's not... It's not a good sign. It's just sad. I probably need to move out of my apartment because it's too expensive. But also, the dude who lives downstairs tried to have sex with me. And it wasn't like, I don't care about that part of it. It was just that he was really weird and creepy about it. Like he was sneaky, and I don't like that. Like, just try to have sex with me. Don't be weird about it. I've been living there for like 4 years, and like he's always been cool. We've always just like said what up in the hallway. We never hung out or anything like that. But one night I was stumbling home drunk from like a party or something. We see each other. I say what up. He says what up. I go upstairs to like get undressed and pass out. And then there's a knock at my door, and like I figure I must have dropped something in the hallway. So I open the door, and he's standing there with a cell phone in his hand, and he's like, "Hey, Dillon, you like amateur porn?" I'm like, what? I don't know how to answer. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. And he just starts playing a video of some girl getting like back shots. I'm like, what is going on? And he starts talking about how like he can't watch like porn in his own apartment because his girl's always around, and he can't like have fun and shit. So I'm like, oh, all right, I can like relate to you as a dude. Like, I get that, women, like I can understand that. And like, so I'm like, oh yeah, sometimes you need an escape, dude. And he's like, yeah, sometimes you need a release. Licks his lips. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. That's a different thing than I said. And I remember like I had started getting undressed, so like I realized like I'm not wearing pants at this moment. So I get really uncomfortable, and I'm like, I have to end this conversation immediately. I need to stop this now. So I'm like, hey, I gotta go to sleep. I got work in the morning. And like, that was the truth. Like, I told him the truth. And like, he was like, oh, all right. Looks visibly upset. He starts to turn around and leave. And then he turns back and goes, I wanted to bust one out with you tonight, right? It's like, no one ever knows that. That's not a thing people know. Why would you say that to me? No. And like, so I was just like, thank you, and closed the door. Like, I didn't even know how to respond. And like, it just felt preyed upon. I felt like violated. I was like, I thought we were friends, but like, it felt like all the nice shit he ever did, he was just doing to try and like have sex with me. And I was like, you know what? Men are disgusting. I get it now. I'm a feminist. I'm with you, ladies. Men are horrible. Yeah. I don't care for it. But it's horrible. Like, it's terrible when like I don't like being a black dude, because like we're supposed to be like sexual and cool and shit, and like that's not how I am. Like, I'm not. All my cool black friends will like, they'll brag about their sexual conquest. They'll be like, hey, yo, dog, I beat the pussy up last night. Yo, Dill, I beat the pussy up. Yo, when's the last time you beat the pussy up, son? And I'm like, I have never beat the pussy up. But I've given it a stern talking to. I've been like, pussy, you cut it out, pussy. Don't stop it, pussy. Behave. And it's like, all right. The joke is how many times I can say the word pussy and people still laugh. It's usually 3. I try to go for 4, but that's not it. That's they stop after that. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you. I gave you guys salami. That was for you, so you love me. I don't like music nowadays because rappers nowadays hate their fans. Does anybody listen to like current rap? They hate us. They all they do is call you a broke nigga. Like that's all they do. If you keep calling me a broke nigga, I'm not gonna feel bad about stealing your music. I'm just gonna take it. You know I can't afford this, Kendrick. You know I have to take this from you. And the other thing is they always say they're gonna take your bitch. They're a broke nigga and then they're gonna take your bitch. Those are the two things that they say in every single song. You turn on a song, like I heard a song called "Take Your Bitch" and like I felt personally attacked because I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, why are they rapping right at me? Like, and I'm gonna rap this song to you. I'm gonna sing the song. This is the lyrics. It's like, I'ma take your bitch, broke nigga. Take your bitch, shoot you, pull the trigger. I'ma take your bitch. The crew chillin', took that bitch from a bitch named Dillon. And I'm like, did he just say my name? And the song kept going. You think that's your bitch? You mistaken. Call Liam Neeson. Your bitch been taken. Dillon Stevenson. He tell jokes. Took his bitch because that nigga is broke. And I'm like, why am I still listening to this song? Dillon Stevenson took his identity. 1-850-232-333. Did he just get my social security number? How do I get this on iTunes? This is amazing. This is the best song of all time. One song that, like, the reason I am terrible with women is I was scarred at an early age. Nobody, like, touched my penis or molested me or anything cool like that. It was TLC's No Scrubs. You guys remember that song? Yeah, that song came out in 1999 when I was 13 years old. And the thing about No Scrubs is nobody told me they were singing to grown men. I heard the lyrics of that song and thought that they were talking to me, a 13-year-old boy. If you remember the lyrics, like it sounds apt. Like I'm gonna do those lyrics for you too. He goes, no, I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. If you don't have a car and you're walking, oh yes, boy, I'm talking to you. If you live at home with your mama, oh yes, boy, I'm talking to you. Trying to get with me with no money, oh no, I don't want no. Fuck that song. I was taking stock. I was like, all right, I do live at home with my mama. Yes, I don't have any money. And yes, I do hang out the passenger side of my best friend's ride. Best friend, also my mama. Oh, I'm a 13-year-old scrub. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your show. Thanks for hanging out. Give it up for Brandon.
Okay, coming up next is Karman Naidoo. She's from South Africa and recently moved here to New York City. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Hi. Oh, sorry, wrong gig. Dark rooms, guys. So how you guys doing? Yay, high fives. I'm from Africa. Sorry for you, you got Ebola. You too. Yeah, guys, you having a good time? Cool, man. I love being a foreigner here in America. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just like, oh my God, I love America. I love being foreign here. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you. My favorite word since coming to America is cunt. I love saying cunt. I'm just like, why can't I do this? I just can't. You know, I love it. But when I came here, I was a bit afraid because America, New York, terrorism. And my Middle Eastern friend, she gave me some advice. And she said to me, she says, Karman, you need to be careful on the trains. There's lots of bombs. I said, what do you mean? She's like, there's lots of bombs. You must be careful on the train. I said, oh my God, Jesus, please help me now. Please. She's like, yes, the bombers, they come to you, they ask you for money, and if you don't give them money, they're going to stand there with the bombs. I was like, what? She's like, yes, the bombs. I was like, oh my God, they're going to rob me, and then they're going to kill me. Like, this is America? She's like, no, not bombs, bombs. I said, oh, the homeless people. The homeless people. So it's been quite a nice ride here in America. Yeah, I'm actually a mechanical engineer by day. You seem so impressed. It's not a synonym for lesbian. Although for a price, I'll show you a little boob. No, really, it's really little. It's not much. But I'm not just any engineer, man. I'm actually a piping engineer, so you know what that means. No pipe is ever too big or small for me. Yeah. Oh, wow, you want some of that? Yeah, I'm a piping engineer. I work for this company called Babcock. Our slogan was, trust, we deliver. You seem impressed as well. You want some? Yeah, so it's been an interesting ride here. I went and got my haircut in Brooklyn. You can see the hipster look. Now I look like a plaid shirt lesbian trying to coach a soccer team. Yeah, I do, right? I do. I look like a plaid shirt lesbian trying to coach a soccer team. But the actual truth is that I couldn't afford the whole haircut. So I'm on a layaway plan, guys. I just cut this off and then later I'll just get to this. But that's what happens when you buy haircut deals off Groupon, you know. You get 50% off. Anyone single here? Everybody's single. Guys, the struggle is real, right? Right? The struggle is real, guys. I've been single for so long. I feel like I'm in the friend zone. You might as well call me Facebook, guys. I'm being serious. It's real, right? I was like born to be a +1. I'm just saying. I was just born to be a +1. So I've been single for so long, it's hard. But when I go home, it's kind of like, when I go home, my grandmother's from India, so she does that like traditional kind of thing. And it's kind of like I'm walking into a bad game show. Because there she is sitting in the lounge waiting for me. And she's like, Karman, sit. She's like, yes, this is Rajesh. Never mind, he's been married a couple of times, but he's really rich. So what do you say? Deal or no deal, eh? Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, right? It's like, Karman, you're getting very old up there. You know, it's coming like potpourri. At the rate you're going, it's getting so dusty. Maybe you should put a little effort. Shake your hips when you walk. And if that doesn't work, put some snacks and an Xbox in your back pocket. The men will definitely run after you. It doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't work like that. Then my grandmother, she started getting fresh. She gives me a lot of dating advice. I love my grandmother. Everybody loves their grandmother, right? I love her. Bless her soul. She gives me dating advice. She tells me, the other day, Karman, I was watching TV with your brother, and those rappers, they are so rich. You should take the advice they give all those women. I said, what advice is that, Nana? What advice is that? She's like, you should go and pop your pussy. Just get a couple of kittens. Ah, man. It's been great. But sometimes, like, you know, you have to live. You have to roll with the punches, right, guys? You have to roll with the punches. When I came here, a lot of people, they just loved my accent so much. You love my accent? A lot of people are like, oh my God, girl, how can you speak American? I'm like, guys, it's English. We speak English where I'm from, okay? What you thought I was going to sound like Eddie Murphy? Hello there, I am Prince Zamunda, here to find a wife. Doesn't work like that. Anyway, guys, thank you for your time. Enjoy. Bye.
Come to the stage right now is he's performing all over the city and they wrote the same thing. Host of a comedy fight club and every Sunday night at Lone Craft Bar, Matt Maran.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Welcome to the Sons of Anarchy portion of the show, everybody. I'm in a good mood today. I'm feeling great. Earlier today, I ran 5 miles in just under 45 minutes. Thanks. Oh, I mean, that bitch really wanted her purse back. And I do try and stay in shape. I played sports my whole life. When I was in college, I played a lot of intramural sports. For those of you who don't know, intramural sports is something that white people invented when black people took all the real sports. And all white people have left is hockey, lacrosse, and NASCAR. And the only reason black people don't race in NASCAR is because they know they'd get pulled over for no reason before the finish line. I don't know. I'll tell you something else happened to me earlier today. Went on Facebook. First thing I saw, a girl I went to high school with invited me to her dog's birthday party. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a little ridiculous. She expects me to go to her dog's birthday party. Like, especially because it's on the same weekend as my cat's bar mitzvah. And our little Harley's going to be a man. I can't miss this, right? Now, there's a lot of stupid stuff on Facebook, but if you dig deep enough, you can find some gold. I found a page. This is a real group page you can join. It's entitled, I Have Never Had Sex with a Goat. So of course I joined because I haven't. Thing is, I didn't even check the contents of the page. Where when I signed up, doesn't really matter. They could be ending there for all I know. I'm kind of stuck now. Because I'm never going to unsubscribe and have the message come up for all of my friends to see, Matt Maran has left the group. I have never had sex with a goat. I'll tell you a little about myself. I was born and raised in New York City, and a lot of people find that hard to believe from looking at me. There's not a lot of native New Yorkers who look like Thor with the drinking problem. I told a guy not too long ago I'm a native New Yorker. He just looks me up and down. He goes, no, you're not. He said, you can't be. You look like the guy who starts the bar fight in every Toby Keith music video. I don't know. I always got made fun of for being a redneck, even though I've lived in Queens my entire life. I don't know. I always thought redneck things were cool, though. For the longest time, Joe Dirt was one of my favorite movies. I like NASCAR. I listen to country music, and I have a really hot cousin. But I've been doing something recently, trying to get a little bit more serious, and I think I've come up with a way that we can stop repeat criminals and offenders in this country. Stop electing them. I think it'd be a fun idea to castrate every male politician just to see how much the prostitution industry declines. That is the new thing. It's like a month doesn't go by without some new sex scandal in the news, but I gotta say, I feel like it's the few that give the many a bad name. It's not like every politician's out there getting themselves into this kind of trouble. It's like the only ones I could really think of off the top of my head were like Anthony Weiner or Arnold Schwarzenegger, Herman Cain, John Edwards, Larry Craig, David Vitter, John Ensign, Chris Lee, Eric Massa, Mark Souter, Mark Foley, Jim McGreevy, Jack Ryan, Gary Conda, Elliot Spitzer, but it's not like it's all of them. And those are all just since the year 2000, which makes sense to me because that's when Bill Clinton left office. That's when sex scandals were really at their most popular, I feel. You know, before Bill Clinton, our politicians weren't these liars or cheaters having any of these sexual indiscretions, except for Bob Packwood, Gary Hart, Barney Frank, Wayne Hayes, Wilbur Mills, John Kennedy, Ted Kennedy, Dwight Eisenhower, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Warren Harding, Grover Cleveland, Mel Reynolds, Brock Adams, Strawn Thurmond, Richard Mentor Johnson, Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton. Can you tell I was a history major? Yeah, I bet none of you thought you'd be learning anything from the guy who looks like he scalps monster truck tickets. I did study history when I was in school, always my favorite subject. And as a student of history, it pains me to know that there was a very popular movie called Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. So, I mean, that's got to be like at least the second worst thing to ever happen to Abraham Lincoln in a theater. I was reading through the news recently, saw a headline on Google News. It said rare Kennedy item found, and I guess it was the old history major in me. I thought rare Kennedy item. What was it? His frontal lobe. But we were cool with the Abe Lincoln assassination joke, but it's too soon for a JFK one. Okay, I'll wait another 90 years and try that joke over again. I gotcha. I do have a bit of a beef with Google, though. I'll tell you what happened. I had to create a Google account. They asked me for a password. So I wrote in as my password, my penis. And Google said password declined, not long enough. I did learn a lot of valuable lessons when I was in college. Maybe the most valuable one is I learned a valuable lesson about taking naps in public places. So there was a lounge area in the middle of my college campus, and I used to nap there in between classes. And up until one fateful day, I had never thought about the possibility of morning wood. And I remember I probably should have thought of that before I decided to take a nap on a public couch. And I woke up facing outwards and wearing sweatpants. And I looked down, and I was mortified. Like, I wasn't just sticking out a little bit either. I looked like I was auditioning for Sesame Street as the letter L. And I drank a lot when I was in college, too. But I used to have a trick. I'd sit in the back of class, and I'd have a bottle of Pepsi. I'd fill it up half with whiskey so the teachers couldn't tell exactly what I was drinking there. And I always used Diet Pepsi, too, because I drink responsibly. But I don't think I ever got to the point where I had a drinking problem, because they say that the first stage of alcoholism is when you drink alone. So it is a good thing I got that dog. But I don't know. Isn't it the worst feeling in the world, though, when you wake up after a night of drinking to the sound of someone's obnoxiously loud lawnmower? So I'm always just like, ugh. Like, I don't want to wake up. Just mow around me. I remember I was out a few months ago. I was talking to this girl in a bar. She cuts me out 2 minutes into the conversation, tells me that she has a boyfriend. Like, all right, I have my taxes due next week. She said, what's that have to do with anything? I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about things we could cheat on. You guys are a fun bunch. What do you say? Do you think when a male porn star dies, they spread his ashes all over his wife's face? I watch a lot of porn. I think I watch too much. I've watched so much porn now, I'm actually starting to recognize the animals. This is the part of the set where I endear myself to the audience, guys. I was on a bus not too long ago, and as guy was getting off, and as he got off, he dropped his phone. 2 10-year-old boys picked it up, and I saw there was porn on the phone. So I quickly grabbed it away and tried to explain what they had just seen in the gentlest way possible. So I said, look, when a mommy and a daddy and another daddy and another daddy and another daddy love each other very, very much, I know, it's a sex talk I wish my dad gave me. And I got a pretty good relationship with my dad and with my parents also, and there's been a big debate whether or not parents should or shouldn't hit their kids. And I was hit as a kid. I remember my dad, he spanked me, he hit me with the belt, even choked me one time. Like, whatever it took to make me come. No. He was a caring father. That's... You guys are a lot of fun. I've noticed a lot of male comedians get up on stage and talk about the problems they have with women. So instead, I'm going to tell you about a time when a girl said that she knew I was the one. Yeah, I was standing in a police lineup. No. I know, it was exciting for me. It's the first time a white girl ever chose me over 5 black guys. So, you guys have been fun. My name is Matt and Maran. Thank you guys very much.
Okay, so coming up to the stage, he's a very funny guy. You've seen him all over the city, performing at clubs and colleges. Coming to the stage, it's Kevin Sean.
What is up, guys? What's up? Oh, listen, I get it. I don't look like a fucking comedian. I'm way too big to be doing comedy. Like, I did a show earlier this week. A woman in the audience was tapping her husband. She's like, oh my God, honey, I think the security guard has something to say to us. This is weird. No, but I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I've had good jobs. I've had shitty jobs. And the way you could tell the type of job you have is by the way people quit, you know? Because you guys look like you have good jobs. Like, you give 2 weeks notice. Yeah, you look like that crowd. Guys, I worked at McDonald's in high school for 2 years. My buddy Dave said, yo, Kev, watch my station. I'm about to smoke a cigarette. I never saw Dave again in my life. That's how people quit shitty jobs, guys. They just go the fuck home. That's it. That's it. And you work with dumb people. Like my supervisor, he called a team meeting. He said, hey, guys, has anybody seen Dave? I said, yeah, I saw Dave. He went to smoke a cigarette. He said, when, Kev? I said, last month. Take his ass off the schedule. You keep putting him on. It's crazy, man. Came here from Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn, do any Brooklyn people in the house? Yeah, there we go. Brooklyn's changing. Brooklyn's changing. A lot of people complaining about gentrification, guys, and I tell you what, I don't give a shit. All right? Because I got new things in my neighborhood I didn't have growing up. On the corner of my street, they recently built a muffin shop that only sells muffin tops, guys. No bottoms, okay? That's some white people shit. You guys didn't even tell us you stopped eating the bottoms. I'm looking like a savage eating the bottoms. They're like, we don't do that anymore. No, man, but I got all kinds of new things, man. I got a French coffee shop. I got a creperie. Guys, I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I didn't know what a crepe was growing up. Some of you motherfuckers don't know what a crepe is tonight. But the point is, last week I saw 2 gangbangers eating crepes. That's real change. Guy called the waitress over. He said, yo, Ma, I just want to say my compliments to the chef, because these creepies are amazing. These some good-ass creepies, Ma. I said, hey, brother, it's pronounced crepe. He said, what? Enjoy your creepies, man. I don't want any trouble. Yeah, it's crazy. Going out after this, that's why I got my button up on. Hate going out, man. I don't know, I think I look like a nice guy, man, because, you know, women always ask me to take photos of them when they go out, photos of them and their girls. But you guys never like the fucking photo, you know? Never. And you guys start off really nice. You're like, excuse me, would you mind? I'm gonna ask him, because you guys are always arguing. Excuse me, would you mind taking a photograph of me and my girls? And I'm not a dick. I take like 5 or 6 photos. I'm like, I'm like, here you go, ladies, have a good night. All I hear is, oh my God, delete. Lisa, look at it. Take my phone. I don't want it. Throw it away. I don't look like that. Throw it away. Excuse me, sir. I'm asking him, do you know how to take a proper photograph? I don't. I'm like, let me see. That's how y'all look. That's you tonight, baby. That's y'all. That's you. That's you and your girls. That's y'all. You know, I gotta huddle ladies up tonight. I'm gonna be like, hey, ladies, get in here. I didn't paint this shit. This isn't my interpretation of you and your girls out of the club. This is a photograph. Oh, man. But I feel like, you know, clubs are crazy, man. Going out's crazy. I feel like there's 2 types of women at the club, man. There's women who are single that just want to go out, have a good time. And there are women who are in relationships that want to be able to go back home and be like, you're not the only man in the world. You know? And you could tell by the way they dance, you know, because I feel like this is my impression of single women out of the club. They're like, oh, I love this song. This is my song. You know? Just having a good time. This is my impression of women who are in relationships. What? Excuse me? No. Can I dance with my girls? Thank you. I just want to dance with my girls tonight. Thank you. What? Excuse me? I'm seeing someone, okay? I don't know. But I'm a dude, so we don't have that opportunity. We can't act like jerks, you know? But I force the issue for us, guys. I force it for us, man. I force it. Like last week, I was having wings with my buddy, and this chick came over, and she was like, excuse me, are those the buffalo? I said, I'm seeing someone? She said, sir, I just wanted to know if those are the I said, bitch, I'm in love. But thanks a lot, guys. That's my time. My name's Kevin Sean.